High-altitude showdown, Snoop Dogg and the racist pilot. It started as a routine first-class flight from Los Angeles to New York, where Snoop Dogg was traveling for a high-profile event. Dressed in his signature style, designer tracksuit, gold chains, and oversized shades, he quietly boarded the plane, greeting fans and staff with his trademark charm. But tensions arose shortly after takeoff when the captain, an older man with a stern demeanor, entered the first-class cabin. Witnesses reported that his gaze lingered on Snoop, and his tone was curt. "Excuse me," the pilot said, loud enough for the entire cabin to hear. "We don't tolerate disruptive behavior on my flight." Confused, Snoop looked up from his tablet. "What are you talking about, man?" "I'm just chilling." The pilot folded his arms. "I don't care who you are. If you don't act appropriately, I'll have you removed when we land." The cabin fell silent as passengers exchanged uneasy glances. It became clear that the pilot's comments were unprovoked and laced with prejudice. Snoop's calm response. Rather than react with anger, Snoop leaned back in his seat and smiled. "All right, Captain," he said coolly. "If I'm causing a problem, let's talk about it. But as far as I know, I haven't done anything wrong." The pilot's face reddened. "It's not just about you," he muttered before retreating to the cockpit. But the damage was done. Several passengers began whispering, and one, a young woman sitting nearby, pulled out her phone and started recording. "That was uncalled for," she said, loud enough for Snoop to hear. "Don't trip," Snoop replied, flashing a peace sign. "I got this." The unexpected turn. About 30 minutes later, the pilot returned, visibly agitated. "I don't appreciate being recorded," he snapped, pointing at the woman with the phone. He then turned back to Snoop. "And I don't appreciate entitled celebrities thinking they own the place." That's when Snoop stood up. Calm but commanding, he addressed the entire first-class cabin. "Listen, y'all, I came here to fly like everybody else, quiet, respectful, minding my business. Now this guy," he gestured toward the pilot, "he's got something on his mind that's got nothing to do with me. So let me make this clear, I'm not the problem here." The passengers erupted in applause, with many shouting their support. One man even called out, "You're out of line, Captain." What happened next? By the time the plane landed in New York, word of the incident had already gone viral. Several passengers had uploaded videos of the exchange, sparking outrage on social media. The airline issued a statement apologizing to Snoop and promising to investigate the pilot's behavior. But Snoop wasn't done. In a post-flight interview, he emphasized the bigger picture: "It's not just about me. It's about how we treat people, no matter who they are, where they're from, or what they look like. Respect is universal, baby." The aftermath. The pilot was placed on administrative leave pending the investigation, and the airline pledged to implement mandatory bias training for all employees. Meanwhile, Snoop used the opportunity to advocate for unity and understanding, even offering to meet with the pilot to have a real conversation about respect. Fans and critics alike praised Snoop's composure, with one headline summing it up perfectly: "Snoop Dogg takes the high road, even at 30,000 feet." In the end, the incident wasn't just a shocking moment in the sky, it became a powerful lesson in grace, dignity, and the importance of standing up to prejudice.